Mike, who do you think is sexier? Tom? No. Whose job is going to be tougher come Sunday? I didn't. Whose job on the field will be tougher, Rodgers or Brady?
Definitely Tom Brady. I mean, it's been, some ups and downs and a lot of miscues with TB12, but I trust them to get it corrected. But things are not flowing accordingly with this offense, and I'm pretty sure that Tom would love to get back on track this week. But the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, they look in mid-season form right now. And Aaron hasn't missed a beat. He looked like he's having fun playing some of his best football right now. But even as good as Green Bay's offense is, I think you got to just shed light on the defense and what they've been able to do defensively. Probably top 10, in every statistical category. And carrying this football team just as much as the offense is carrying the defense. So, when you look at what TB12 is up against, it's going to be a difficult task, and everything is going to have to go right in order for them to beat the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers having so much fun, playing some of his best football, and really being the true leader for the Green Bay Packers right now. So, TB12 got his work cut out for him, and everything has to go right.
Brandon, I love how much Michael Vick loves Tom Brady. It warms my heart. And it is absolutely providing for me a template for if sometime in 2026, 2027, if I'm still on television and LeBron is finally to a phase of his career where he's a shell of his former self, of how I should go about talking about him. Because it's like, I love the guy, and I don't want to ever say anything bad about him, but God, he's got his work cut out for him this week. So I look at this differently. I look at this differently, Brandon, than Mike does, just because I think the Bucs defense is far better than the Packers defense. So for that simple reason, I think that it's a tougher job for Rodgers. Now, I think he's more up for the job, Brandon, but I think going up against that Bucs defense is a far tougher task than going up against the Packers defense, Brandon.
Nick, 100%. Hey, Vic, it's okay to crush your boy. Just tell him it's in love. You get paid to do it. You can crush your boy.
Hey, look.
He'll never crush Tom.
I just did.
No, but here, Nick, you did.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Nick, you're 100% right. This is a tougher job for Aaron Rodgers and this Packers offense because of Todd Bowles and that defense on the other side. I mean, they're throwing blitzes at you at all levels, from the defensive line, the linebackers, and also the secondary. He loves blitzing his young safety, Antoine Winfield Jr. I played against his dad, Mike. I know you played against his dad, and his dad was a dog. But that defensive line, they're getting after. They have 17 sacks on the season. This is strength on strength. The number 2 offense versus the number 2 defense. This Packers offensive line, they've only given up 3 sacks this year. That's 2.1% on all of Aaron Rodgers' drop back. They are playing phenomenal, but they are finally playing against an opponent that can get after them. Not just man on man, but scheme on scheme. This is going to be a really good game. Aaron Rodgers will be locked in, but he better be locked in every single play, because you never know what Todd Bowles is going to do. Is this trap? Is this two-man undercut? There's palms. There's so many things that Todd Bowles do. People have the book out on it. He's been doing the same thing for years, but they're just efficient when they get to the quarterback. So I really like this matchup. A-Rod is playing lights out. I do have them winning this game, but, man, this is going to go down to the wire.
You know what? But, Brandon, if I had a crystal ball and I told you, wow, this game was a blowout, which way would it go? Like a real blowout, like a 24-point blowout. Which way?
Packers.
No, which way would it go?
Packers
no
blow.
doubt.
Right?
Packers.
Yeah. So I think that informs something about the way that we look at the Bucs offense. The Bucs offense was like this trailer for this movie that you're like, oh my gosh, this Bucs offense is going to be amazing. No risk it, no biscuit. And now they got Tom Brady. And then you watch the movie and you're like, It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as the trailer. They're 12th in passing yards behind Jacksonville and the Chargers. Their average yards per pass is 7 yards, which is less than the Patriots and the Ravens. They're not even throwing the ball. Mike Evans got 6 touchdowns. They're all little 1-yard receptions. Gronkowski's got as many touchdowns as Mike Vick does this year. He's 31st in receiving yards. Scotty Miller's 36. And Chris Godwin, I know he's been hurt, is 82nd. A lot of injuries, and O.J. Howard's gone. Leonard Fournette, last time I saw him, he did the little meme of him hugging Tom Brady as a kid. So, Nick, this offense is just, I'm not blaming Tom Brady. And to speak to your LeBron stuff, you could always just blame Luke Walton. That's always on the board too for you. I'm blaming Bruce Arians that he hasn't been able to use Tom Brady's skill.
Okay, Luke Walton bathed himself in glory with the Kings this year. That was a bad take by me, blaming Luke Walton. Vic, I heard you murmuring there when the question about the blowout came, and I think it's informative. Like, the Bucs have not right now. Would you agree? The Bucs and Packers are in drastically different tiers in the NFL, and what that informs us about their offenses right now.
Absolutely, because the way the Green Bay Packers offense has been able to move fluently up and down the field was the same way that I thought the Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense would look up until this point, and it hasn't happened. Green Bay is coming out, and they are annihilating teams and scoring 30-plus points a game and making it look fairly easy. And I think it's in part to Aaron Rodgers understanding what the offense is really all about. And that hasn't happened for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They've struggled on certain occasions, can't find ways to get the ball into the hands of playmakers. And, it's a learning curve right now going on for Tom Brady. And, the Green Bay Packers have scored 30-plus points a game. I know we talk about Todd Bowles' defense, but Aaron Rodgers is picking apart every defense that's being put in front of him. And it's not the downfield passes. They'll lure you to sleep. Short passes here, the crosses across the middle, screen here, screen there, little run game, and then boom, they go down the field with Lazard. So, and now they get Devontae Adams back healthy. So it's going to be a difficult task for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense, and we'll see how much, that they have, in the tank, and if they can go 4 quarters with Aaron Rodgers.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.